details of Kissology 4, and if it's being worked on, will there be things from the Lick It Up tour and the Asylum tour on there?
Well, actually, Kissology 4 has been done like 3 times, but we just keep adding tours and adding things that we're doing. So I think it's going to come out first of next year. We may do 1, 2, 3, and 4 together to make it a whole thing, and try to finish it with what we've done this year.
Okay, thanks.
All right, what's your question?
My name is Alfredo from Miami. This is my first Kiss Drews.
Yeah, welcome. There you go.
Yeah, I've been a fan of Kiss since I was 4 years old.
That's awesome.
Well, I want to ask you, besides Kiss, which 80 bands you like managing?
That I liked managing? None of them.
Good one.
That's not true. I've had fun with all the acts. So, you know, I couldn't tell you. I mean, Motley was, you know, was nuts, and now you read about them now, and you read the books, and you go, they don't even remember what they did back then. But anyways, they were fun. Bon Jovi was great, and Skids were great, and Scorps were great, and you know, just I've had a pretty good stable there and a pretty good life with those guys. You know, we have a lot of fun. If we don't have fun, I don't do it.
Thank you. I'm coming back next year.
There you go. Yeah.
Hello, Doc. Al from Connecticut. I was just oddball question. Have you ever associated with Herbie Herbert, the manager from Journey, or Peter Grant from Led Zeppelin?
Herbie's been a friend of mine for about 35 years. Yeah, 35, almost 40 years. Herbie and I have gone back for ever and ever and ever. And I only met Peter Grant when we came back from Moscow. And it's kind of a funny story because, you know, I get a call, you know, in my room, and they, you know, kind of do my call. So they go, Peter Grant's on the phone. And I'm in London. I go, well, the only Peter Grant I know is Zeppelin, you know, but it could be Peter Grant, the florist, you know, that was trying to get tickets to the stadium show. So as I get Peter on the phone, and I said, he says, oh, Doc, how you doing? He says, I see Bon Jovi in Russia. You did such a great job, blah, blah, blah. I'd like to go to the show. So I said, well, why don't you ride with me? So he says, well, I live in the north of England. And he says, but I have a helicopter, and if you could set up a place for my helicopter to land. So then I figured that was really Peter Grant. So anyways, I pick him up, and I take him to the compound, and we sat there and told Zeppelin stories with Johnny and me and Paul Korzelius and that. And so it's time to go on, and it's all glass doors so you can see it, right? So they call me into the dressing room, and it's a long story, but I'll make it shorter. I told him after Russia I was probably going to be, you know, I was going to have a nervous breakdown during that show. And they would probably see me on the beach in Laguna with like a sheet over my head with Revo sunglasses on and a crook and throwing stones in the ocean and saying, well, that's what Doc McGee used to be a big manager to Russia. So I go in the dressing room, and Johnny and the band has the sheet with the Revo sunglasses and the crook. And he goes, put it on. I said, I'm not putting it on. They got fucking Peter Grant here. He says, put it on, we're not going on. So I put it on, I put the sunglasses on, I walk out the door, and the band, Johnny and Richie and everybody get down around me, and they're bowing, doing this photo shoot. And I'm standing there, and Peter Grant's looking and going, what the fuck is that? So the band gets up, and we do a little high-five thing, and they head off the stage, and I walk over to the door and open it up, and Peter's like stunned. He has no idea what he's doing. I go, we do that every night. So that was my Peter Grant story.
Thank you. You look great, by the way.